My name is James Blackburn. I live and work in the American Southwest. As a result, I have the good fortune to be able to travel to a variety of beautiful locations. As a professional filmmaker, I document my life through video adventures and I share them with the world. Stay tuned as I travel through the world of movies and the beautiful outdoors. Thanks for watching the James Blackburn Experience. Good howdy folks, welcome back to another James Blackburn Experience. Today's video adventure is a special one. This time I travel with a good friend to the Sabanosa Wilderness in New Mexico. The wilderness is still very remote. Only one access road leads into the Sabanoso, San Miguel County Road 51A. The rugged country primarily supports pinyon pine, juniper woodlands with an occasional clusters of ponderosa pine. The Sabanosa Wilderness is a remote area in the northeastern portion of New Mexico. I decided it was time for me to contribute to our firewood stash. I wandered around the forest near our camp and gathered a lot of firewood. As I did this, I felt more and more connected with this amazing place. I was still alone at camp and was enjoying the wandering around finding firewood. This campsite was amazing, and I couldn't stop smiling. The weather was perfect, and so was this spot. Earlier in the day after we arrived at camp, we discovered some bear scat. Because of this, later on, Dave tied our food up in a tree with a bell attached as a warning device.
All right, Dave's got the food down. Campfire and breakfast, always a good way to start the day.
As with so many other cherished places in the state, the Sabanoso is difficult to reach, but absolutely worth the effort. A little slow motion campfire to start the day is always nice. The warmth felt great.
All right, folks, the morning continues. Had a little bit of breakfast. Now we're out gathering some firewood because it's still cold today and it's snowing a little bit. So we're making sure that we can keep our campfire going this morning, keep us warm. It's a beautiful day still, just a little bit cold and now it's a little bit of snow.
It's dry in the summer and cold in the winter, and it boasts more natural beauty than you could lay eyes on in a month of backpacking.
Spring has sprung. That much is clear.
The Sabanosa Wilderness area consists of canyons and steep-sided mesas with elevations ranging from 4,500 feet to 6,000 feet in elevation. The mesa tops are grassland, while the canyon walls support a pinyon pine and juniper woodland with scattered groves of ponderosa pine. Special note: never camp in the lowest places of Canyon Largo when there's even the slightest chance of rain. You can find campsites to put up a tent above the creek, but the bottom 20 to 30 feet make for dangerous territory during the summer monsoons. The land is just as wild and rugged today as it ever was. BLM wilderness area restrictions mean that you won't hear automobiles, and that no bikes are allowed on the trails, and that all camping is primitive. There are no established sites or facilities here. It's open all year, but be cautious during monsoon season, roughly the 4th of July through the middle of September. In spring and autumn, the canyon floor will feel 10 degrees warmer than the windy rim. In winter, snow never lasts for long, and the rock wall retains the sun's heat into the night. Spend a couple of nights in the canyon. You'll hear turkeys and owls echoing off the sandstone walls and frogs chirping along the Largo Creek. You probably won't hear or even see the mountain lions. but they're there. The Milky Way will be as bright as you've ever seen it. If you don't leave here a happier person, then stay another night or two. I felt like a happy camper the entire time I was there and left in a great mood, feeling completely relaxed and ready for another round of the concrete jungle back in the cities.
Can't make up its mind if it wants to snow or not. Snow for a few minutes and then stop. You can see it's nothing major. I don't think any of this is going to actually accumulate unless it starts coming down really heavy, but yeah. Quiet, peaceful afternoon, a little bit of snow, some cloudy skies, and still nothing to complain about because this is a beautiful place.
We decided on a fun day hike.
All right, folks, we are on a bit of a walkabout here. We're gonna hike up the canyon a little ways further, see if we can find ourselves some water that we can filter. Having a good time, even though it's a little cold today. It's still beautiful out here. All right, folks, as we're hiking along the old wagon road down here, there are some ruins along the way. This looks like the first one that we've discovered. We're not sure if it belonged to a house or a corral, but there's definitely some structure that was here at some time. And it's snowing even harder now, so it's making the day that much more of a fun adventure. So this is what used to be an old wagon road for the military back in the 1800s. See if I can find some shots online for you guys to show you the historic parts of it. This is pretty cool. All right, we found an old horseshoe here laying on the ground next to an old fence post. So that's kind of neat that a little bit of the history is still here. All right, Dave found another really rough structure here, or what's left of it.
A little while later, we discovered another campsite in the forest. This was yet another really sweet spot to camp for a day or even an entire week. We explored the forest nearby and I felt a true connection to this place once again. My wild spirit was feeling alive and curious about what's next in this awesome wilderness. My heart felt full and happy as the wilderness released the shackles of humanity and I became one with the forest. We relaxed in the shade and had some lunch. I was having one of those moments where I felt truly thankful to be alive. The area is semi-arid, receiving 16 to 18 inches of precipitation annually. The canyon bottoms have periodically flowing streams. Vegetation such as cottonwood and willow trees is found along the streams. Wildlife includes elk, mule deer, black bear, owls, and wild turkey. As I sat there and caught my breath, I looked around in wonder and felt truly fortunate to be alive. What a great day. Backpacking is similar to life. The best rewards come from honest hard work. Sometimes the amount of work ahead of us seems overwhelming. So just think about that next step, that next section of forest, that next stream crossing. Take one step at a time and before you know it, there you are. Remember that life is a journey, not a destination. True beauty comes from within, and life is whatever you make it.
Massive, massive cottonwood trees there. Look at that thing. Wow. That is huge, Dave. Look up this thing, folks. We're thinking this tree might have been here back in the 1800s. Maybe not this big, but it may have been here over 100 years ago. Wow, look at the size of these things. And more good news, we found water. Gonna go down and investigate it and see if we can get some of that stuff filtered.
Be prepared, plan ahead, and prepare for your visit. Let someone know of your plans and consider the weather.
All right, we have not seen water out here since we were in the first mile or two of the trail. It's been completely dry in the creek bed, so it's kind of nice to see some water here. It's pretty stagnant looking, but if we filter it, it should be okay. But yeah, what a beautiful day so far.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and here we were about 5 miles into that and loving every minute of it. I wandered back down the hillside and took my time as I was really enjoying this spot. Peaceful place with a lot of quiet where you can really get inside your head and think. My thoughts were numerous, and my mind felt like this moment right now was possibly a nice dream, or at the very least a great memory in the making. This place was putting me in a great mood, and I felt like celebrating life again. What a great day. Bring plenty of food and water, and remember, the nearest hospital, hotel, grocery store, and emergency first responders are found in Las Vegas, New Mexico, some 45 miles away. There is no cell phone service within the canyon, although I had no problem connecting with loved ones with my Garmin GPS unit. Please leave no trace of your visit so others can enjoy this beautiful place too. I enjoyed wandering through the forest like this, and I have ever since I was a kid. Nothing will keep me away from the wilderness. I was about to get all my drinking water from a natural source, and I was ready for a nice cold drink. As I continued my short hike to the water, I was feeling the beauty of this area take over my wild spirit. I felt the animal within start to awaken. This was an amazing place, and I felt incredibly thankful to be here. The rhythm of our boots on the trail was feeling unrestricted and free.
All right, folks, after about 5 miles of hiking today to find water, which we did, we are back at camp. Let the relaxing begin. It's a little bit later in the day. After our long hike today and getting water, we're back at camp now. You can see Dave back there is getting the campfire going. It's about 6 p.m. So I'm probably gonna ditch these sunglasses soon. It's gonna be dark in a few hours, and we're gonna make some dinner. So tonight, I'm gonna have a lasagna. I'll show it to you here in just a minute. All right, folks, we're not at an incredibly high elevation. I believe we're under 5,000 still. So when we get these stoves going here, this boils up water literally in a couple minutes. I mean, it's really, really fast. You can already see that it's steaming up here on the top. So I'll have my water ready here in just a little bit, and then I'll show you dinner. All right, folks, I know that you see me eating these Mountain House adventure meals quite a bit in my videos. That's because they're readily available and they're tasty. I'm not endorsing the company because they're not paying me to do that. I just happen to like it, and it's lightweight, you know, and you can just add water and you have yourself an instant meal, and you can eat right out of the pouch, so you don't even have to dirty up many dishes. So yeah, so tonight, lasagna with meat sauce, cheesy Italian style tomato sauce, and beef. That's gonna be good. All right, this is what it looks like before you rehydrate it. So the water is boiling right now. I'm gonna pour some in there and get it going. So you give this a quick stir and you reseal it for the amount of time it says on the back, and it rehydrates and becomes an awesome meal. All right, folks, after about 10 minutes of letting this food sit in the bag with boiling water, that's the end product right there. And I can't tell you how good this smells. If there was smell-o-vision, you would truly appreciate it. It smells just like lasagna. So I'm going in. Cover me.
We continued to enjoy the evening campfire together, and not just as friends, but as family. This group's got each other's backs. We prefer to lift each other up and not tear each other down. I always feel safe when I camp with these guys, and look forward to many more adventures together in the near future. As the evening came to a close, we enjoyed some nice conversation around the campfire. We'd all relax here for a while longer before getting some sleep. This had been another amazing day. This was our last night here. I was both happy and sad. However, the campfire is always cheerful and warm. We sat here for hours and really enjoyed our last evening. A little while later, we told ghost stories before eventually heading to our tents for some much needed sleep. This was yet another amazing day. Here I was having a peaceful moment and not a city anywhere nearby. This was truly amazing, and I realized it even as I relaxed by the campfire. My brain face had a smile on it, and I was a very happy camper. A little while later, the sun had set and darkness had taken over the landscape. We gathered around the campfire for added warmth as the temperature started to drop. We had good conversations about past backpacking adventures and various camping meals we'd eaten. We were all tired, but felt good at the same time. What a wonderful day.
And now we're tired. So we're going to take a break here and get a good night's sleep in our tent and rock and roll again tomorrow. So as usual, love, love, hate, hate. Take care of each other.
Remember, folks, life is beautiful if you know where to look. Keep your eyes, your heart, and your mind open, and it just might lead you somewhere special. And I will say this, camping is a lot of work, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I absolutely love everything about camping and plan to continue for years to come. Thank you for watching the James Blackburn Experience. Be sure to check my YouTube channel for almost 900 additional video adventures.
Purple Martians.
Right, that's perfect. I like